Welcome to Getting Home Sourced with G. Your one-stop shop for all things real estate. Gianno is your go-to guy with over 25 years of experience in the game, serving up the insider scoop on buying, selling, and investing in two of the hottest markets, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Cabo, Mexico. Whether you're looking to score the perfect home, seal the deal on a sale, or dive into the world of international investments, G's got the tips, tricks, and swagger to make it happen. Remember, in Nevada, the smart choice is the right choice. And when it comes to Cabo, you better go oceanside with Cabo G. If you were looking for a quiet, tranquil show about real estate, this ain't it. Gianno has this thing called passion. Let's unleash the beast. This is Welcome to Getting Home Sourced. And now your host, Gianno.
Hey, what do you say? We got another rockin' show here at Getting Home Sourced with G, as I'm your host, Gianno. And of course, I always want to welcome everybody with my salutations. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're listening around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, my newbies, my first timers, want to say thank you for tuning in. This is your first show or second show. Welcome. Love having you on board. Of course, my repeat offenders, love you guys. Of course, as I always say, you guys drive the show, and it shows in past episodes with your support, your love, your comments, and everything. So thank you for that. But today, holy cow, we got a hot show, hot off the presses, because this is basically just fresh, 2 weeks old as of October 1st, and 2025, of course. Because the name of this show is going to be called The AIs Have It. Like, as you ever go, the pun on words is, the eyes have it, all eyes, boom. Well, guess what? It's AI show today. Because right now, breaking news, of course, the big announcement is that ChatGPT is now in the Google space. And what they're offering right now is advertising it and a whole bunch more. And this is going to be competing now with Google, because a lot of people that do Google searches, as I talked about in my last show, 65% of people now are going to ChatGPT for their search engines. So now that SEO space, search engine optimization, is now becoming competitive, and Google's feeling the effects, because I talked to my Google friends about this, and 25% drop in their revenue already in 2 weeks since this thing's been launched. So folks, I mean, for all those that have not used ChatGPT yet for searches and what have you, well, 65% of you out there are using it, and obviously you're pretty happy with it, because Google's feeling the effects both in the pocketbook and as well as basically online search engines, because obviously they track people that go on, like most websites do, and search engines that you go on to. They always track the data to see who's going on there. But again, I think the key right now here is that this is a game changer, because Amazon is driving the force behind this. So it's AWS, which is Amazon Media. So if you haven't heard about them, you better Google AWS, check them out, and see what's going on. But of course, I'm going to get into that later. But the thing is that now, since they've jumped in, the floodgates are open, folks, because now this generates an algorithm advertising component or digital advertising platform where keywords, the hashtags, the content now get balled up into one. And think of it like it's a scan. It scans everything. And so from that point, they're off and running. And it basically, my friends, I'm going to tell you something right now. This could be the beginning of the end for Google, in a sense of the way they start doing their own SEO and their business platform. They're going to have to change it around or see what's going to happen with their business, because now they're feeling the effects, and it's already been 2 weeks in, right? So, but think of it, the whole AI platform of going on there and searching for things as a book report and a scan report, right? And I think right now, the metaphor would be like, you're searching for a thing or a business entity or what have you. It doesn't matter, right? So just to say like a widget, okay? But now the AI platform sets up that book report, that scan, and now it does a deep dive and summarizes everything for you, right? So now, as opposed to going on Google, where you have to go in and you're clicking through pages and clicking on the links of each page and what have you, and it becomes annoying. Well, now with this format, you're getting basically a detailed report, like a book report, a scan, a summarization of what you're searching for, right? Which is pretty sweet. But at the end of the day, the format here is a little bit tricky because the catch is you have to watch what you're posting on social media, because what is AI doing? AI is taking the data from other sources and other search engines per se to learn, to grow, and to build that profile and to build that database on what you're looking for. So again, if it's a person, if it's a thing, if it's a business entity, what have you, again, even yourselves, if you're going to go look at yourself, you have to be careful in what you're putting out there, because that's what's being extracted for AI to then present it in a packet book form for you, right? So again, if you have a derogatory, if you have a criminal record, if you have any type of negativity on your background, folks, I'm going to tell you, it's going to capture it and it's going to show up. And guess what? You can't hide from your past. So the thing is that if you're clean and you don't really post anything, then obviously you're not going to have anything really on you. I mean, obviously you really can't truly hide yourself. There's always going to be something on you regardless, right? But the real, I'm not going to say scary thing, but I just think it's like the technology that we're in and the data age that we're in, that now everything becomes so simple and so easy to get. And this is why you have to make sure that when you're doing things online, social media, whatever the case might be, whether it's your business or you personally, if you have negativity out there, it's going to show up and you're going to have the good and the bad. So, right. So you have to be heads up on that, because this now platform with the AI chat GPT, the AWS, is now to basically enhance your online performance, enhance your business, enhance you personally. So for my international friends, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to, it's just like a need it or want. We always talked about that before, right? Wants and needs or wants. For online enhancement, you go on to the AWS, which is Amazon Media, right? You sign up, or you can go through anybody that is already AI licensed and certified. So if somebody's doing your website, or if somebody's doing your web content or what have you, they're just handling all your social media stuff, find out and ask them and see if they are AI certified and licensed, because they're the ones that can also help you out, unless you want to go to AWS direct, right? So, but the cool thing is that, it's going to be in every language. It cross references, again, the entity, the person, the widget, as an example, for whatever you're, looking for, right? But the big question is that, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? And folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to tackle that after these commercial messages.
When it comes to luxury living, every detail matters. From private viewings to personalized experiences, Vegas Home Source doesn't just sell homes, they curate lifestyles. Whether you're buying your dream penthouse or selling a signature property, Vegas Home Source delivers concierge-level service designed for your success. Luxury isn't just a price point, it's a personal experience. Let Vegas Home Source make yours unforgettable. Vegas Home Source, your luxury concierge realtor, because you deserve more than just a transaction.
Hey, what do you say? What do you say? We got a back-end show. We're rocking and rolling, folks. I mean, look, we're just giving you what's coming out live. It's current affairs, it's information, it's factual, it's data. And folks, you're going to check it out for yourself. You're going to be mind blown on what's happening now on the internet, how people are driving business, how people are getting themselves out there personally or professionally, business-wise, what have you. And again, it's the AIs have it. This is what's going on right now. This is the big buzz of 2025, AI. So how does that, is that, again, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Well, basically, so if you're asking me that, wait a second, this AI is a free service, it's acting like a private investigator, and this sums up everything about what you're searching for, right? Well, yeah, the answer is yes. I mean, think about it is a private investigator, and it's for free in that aspect because you're going into the Chat GPT, and there's a lot of Chat GPT information that you can get for free, and there's other things that you have to sign up for, right? But the main thing right now in understanding what's going on here is that the plot twist, which I think is pretty interesting, is that since obviously you can't truly hide yourself through AI because obviously it's going to go through every single portal, any bit of information that your name is out there on the web per se, it's going to grab it, right? Regardless. So with that global content on a level that's really going to encompass everybody, no matter where you're at, the content and information is already there, right? So how you building upon it, again, as a consumer, as a business person, because through this AWS platform right now, even though it knows everything about the subject searched, the funny thing is that on the bad side, it knows everything about the subject search. So that's really the good and the bad because it just knows everything. So whatever you're searching for, like a perfect example, if you have a negative review, a criminal record, like I said before, court records that are not in your favor and what have you, these public records are what? Ouch. It's public record, right? You're going to get called out on it. It's going to be there. You can't hide it because it's public records. So if you're in countries or states or what have you that are sealed, hey, God bless, you're ahead of the game. But for most people, again, they're going to say, wow, this is scary. Now my information's out there. And, what do I do? Because now I don't want people to find out about, my asset holdings or anything about me. This is what I'm saying. You have to be careful how you do things. And if you obviously have some type of negative or derogatory, you try to cover that up beforehand. But if you don't, boom, it's out there. And then this is what happened. This is the optics that's going on right now, right? So I'm just letting people be aware because in some instances, this may not affect you, and that's great. But for the ones that are getting some good press and bad press and what have you, it doesn't matter. It's out there, right? So, like I said, October 1st, 2025, this goes live because now it's the onion effect. Before, it didn't do the deep dive and it didn't give you all those specifics, right? So now when you're online and you're doing your search engine optimization, because that's basically what it is, it's based upon the AI engines and complexes because now they're bigger, they hold more data, they hold more memory. And so now they have a conglomerated everything into one. So now it just stores more and more and more information. So let's say if you're doing a search on something, that file is going to keep growing, growing, growing when you have more people searching, again, using a widget as a entity, a person, a thing, or what have you. It draws into that, and that profile now becomes bigger because whether you're a person or an individual, it grows, it learns, it stores the data on that search, and then keeps pulling as it goes along. So anything from the search that you searched, let's say a week ago, and then 2 months later, it may have more data between that time frame. It updates everything. So it's not going to be stale like you go onto a Google link and you're taking a clip out from 2015 or 2020 or what have you. This is going to be current. And again, it's the conveniency and the easiness of not having to click through links. And that's where Google's going to have their issues because quite honestly, people don't want to sit around and go through 5 or 10 pages deep, let alone 3 pages deep. And now you're having 10 links per page. They don't want that. They just want quick, easy, give me the facts, give me the information. I want to get the data and then, go from there, right? So, but then the big question becomes, how does this pertain to real estate? Why we talk about AI on my show? And because, like I said, it matters to who you're working with. We talked about that before, right? How do you know what your realtor looks like? How do you know, even if you haven't met the person for the first time, right? Or you're getting referred? Well, obviously it comes from a trusted source because that's why you're being referred. Again, real estate's a referral business. Most of my business comes from what? Referrals, right? So at the end of the day, the ones that I'm not being referred to and the ones that I want to go out and work with you and have business relations with you, here's the thing. Now, with the AI, you're able to do basically a background check, and using myself as an example. I mean, look, I already did a Google search on me, and then you go do the AI search, and it's very comprehensive on the difference of the two. And then what happens is that, obviously and thankfully, I got a clean reputation. I'm solid. It pumps me up, which I'm very happy about and proud about at the same time, right? Because that sets me apart from other people. So that's why with searching again for properties or searching for a realtor or what have you, it's the same thing. You want to get what? Facts, information, data, background. You just want to, it's the need to know. So that's why with this new platform, and again, folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I had just signed up on this as well because you know what? It's tech, it's cutting edge, and you have to be in the game in order to succeed in your business. So if I'm doing it, I'm going to tell you right now, for people that are in business, if you're a sole proprietor or you just work, you have your own company or you work for somebody, like again, I'm a realtor, so you're 1099, meaning that independent contractor, what have you. These kind of tools are important because it's about transparency. You know about me, you know about my process, and then I get to know about you to see what you're doing. If you're a business person that I want to work with and become a partner for or a vendor, and you build that business relationship together, that's what this thing is going to create. And more importantly, it makes it a level playing field for small business like myself to compete with the big boys, right? And the big businesses and the big corporations, because now it's not so much about buying business and buying clicks or what have you to get on the top of a search engine site. Now everything is even Steven. And with that being said, it gives me a competitive edge because now I can get myself out there and not have to worry about these algorithms and nuances that are moving around that drive other companies or big corporations up the ladder, like on Google, for instance, and they do their AdWords and their advertising campaigns. So the main thing to focus here is that now, again, with this whole system just being launched, well, I'm going to tell you, it's Halloween in the U.S., so I'm sure it's Halloween everywhere as well. And hopefully, if it's not, then again, at the end of the week, it will be. But I'll give you a little trick-or-treat situation. So the treat here is that they're doing the AWS deal. Okay, you have a 1 year, a 2 year, or a 3 year deal. Obviously, a 3 year deal is the best deal. You want to lock yourself in, right? Because here's the thing, folks, and trust me when I tell you, you're going to see it happen. Meta, which is basically the Facebook and Instagram and the TikTok and whatever, all those things, WhatsApp, what have you, LinkedIn, they're going to merge with Amazon, and this thing is going to light up the internet like a jack-o'-lantern on Halloween evening when it's dark and the lights are on and everything shines bright. I'm telling you, it's happening, it's coming, and this thing is running right out of the gates like gangbusters. So I'm just saying, talk to whoever is in your region, your city, what have you. Get information about it, because obviously the ones that are using the chat GPT right now, this is to your benefit, because if you want to enhance your business and your online presence, this is what it is. And folks, I'm doing that as well, because you have to be on top of the game, right? So you just can't sit back and let the world go by you and not be involved in it, right? So that's treat number one. Treat number two is that when you have everything set up, okay, the good thing is that right now you're on the inside. You're basically new in the game, and this gives you time to get acclimated to systems and what have you to launch your business for 2026 moving forward. So you have 2 months to get things prepared. Now, the trick of it is that to get the special deals, because again, you have to find out the regions and the cities and wherever you're located at to see what kind of deals you can get. They're doing discounted prices up until December 1st, right? So roughly like a month and a half, 30 days, let's say, what have you, or less than, 30 days. But the key here is that you got to sign up and lock it in before December 1st for their quote unquote special rates. So this is where we're at, folks. This is really big news. And I wanted to share this with you and bring it out to you because, again, it does pertain to real estate. It pertains to the person that you're looking at, the person that you're listening to, the person that you want to work with, and vice versa, the realtor that wants to work with you. So it's a great tool. It's everything's about tools. It's transparency. It's facts. It's data. It's information because we're in the information age. We've been in it for a long time. Now, when you throw tech on top of it, again, it just comes out gangbusters and it's just going to light up. And with all the things that are going on, I mean, these are the tools that again, we talked about in my past shows that you want AI to work for you, not to work for AI, right? So that's the whole thing. So in wrapping up the show, folks, I mean, hey, this is where we're at. I want to say thanks again for everybody tuning in. And again, like the Halloween pun, you don't want to be ghosted. You want to get on top of this stuff because it's going to be really beneficial for you. And speaking about beneficial, I will be in Los Cabos next week. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a great show down there. I know the weather's great. I got clients that I'm meeting down there. You know who you are. So I look forward to meeting all of you who are coming down to meet with me and look at property. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, feedback, or what have you, you know how to get a hold of me. For my international friends, toll free, 888-528-2810. And for my domestic friends, just put the 702 in instead of the 888. You're good to go. And again, as I always emphasize, my website, free MLS access over there, talks about my services, my concierge services, taking care of everybody. Again, you go to vegashomesource.com, check it out. And also, if you haven't signed up for my monthly newsletter, please do so because I always give information, the facts, the data. You don't want to miss it because there's a lot of things that will be coming out here by the end of the year. You don't want to miss out on that. So on that note, I want to say love you guys. God bless. And Viva Mexico. We're going to be down there next week. And on that note, God bless. Love you. Talk to you soon.
You have just listened to Getting Home Sourced with your radio host, Gianno Buonaguro. This podcast is a registered trademark and may not be reproduced without the express written consent of VegasHomesource.com. For additional information about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call or text Gianno toll-free at 888-528-2810 or visit his website at VegasHomesource.com. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.